Welcome to the next game in our matches at the Squig Pen. We've got a blazing Squigskins coached by CC against the Bloody-maw Cravens, chosen of Nurgle's team. So the Orcs versus the Skaven. Now these poor little Skaven, I mean, you saw what happened when I played them last match, didn't you?
There wasn't much left.
That's an understatement. We've got a few.
And they go from then straight against the Orcs. And as we all know, Orcs are really placid, calm creatures who love nothing more than hugging.
Exactly, they never hurt any players. I mean, they're one of the most pleasant teams to play.
Especially CC's team this year. Oh, hello. Skaven have got fungus with them there.
They have. Well, that might give them a little bit of an edge at least. Okay, we've got the Toincast. Let's see who wins this.
I think it's all dependent on how fast the Skaven turn. It depends on how fast fungus will be out there.
It is. It looks like the Orcs have won the toss and have put the Skaven into defence first. So the Orcs are going to be slaughtering the poor Skaven, I should imagine.
But at least fungus will go and get to have a bit of a spin against some big uns on it first off. So you never know what can happen. I mean, he might get a chance to slightly scratch their armour.
Now I should just point out we normally get all of our footage from from Smash and Grab TV, but today I'm afraid they were on strike. So we've had a recording taken by a member of the public who's tried to get the match recorded for us. So let's hope it's as good as we used to.
It's got nothing to do with the sponsorship deal, which some of our commentators may or may not have completely kiboshed with some of their words the other day. So.
Yes, it may have something to do with certain pies and certain nobblers within them, and yeah. I mean, it is the
legally,
nobblers.
Yes, I mean we're legally obliged to say that there are other pies and savoury goods available for purchase at any good vendors, but really, there's only one kind of pie you really want to go for.
Exactly. Yes. I mean,
these
it
all
is the
three don't know where they want to stand, do they?
No, exactly. It is the Nobblers Association who do a lot of the filming for us. So you can imagine why they're upset.
Or the Knobs A, as we like to call them.
Exactly.
Just makes because I'm really crude. So these all three don't know where they want to stand, do they? And I am loving the little Skaven huddle in midfield.
Oh, it's a blitz. The Skaven at least have a chance.
It's going to be at least they're going to have a bit of a crack. I mean,
they are.
I'm not overly confident.
It's a shame Fungus is actually next to another player. Otherwise, we could have had a ball and chain going off in the first. Look at them all back there. Do you think they're scared?
And now they finally decide to come out of their little nest and come down against sort of. Oh, hello! Just down against these Orcs.
Yeah. I mean, who are they going to go after? Do you think?
I would say the small one, but with Orcs, it's difficult to tell because even the shorter ones tend to wear bigger hats.
They do.
There's gutter runners, you can see. I mean, everyone likes the gutter runner, apart from the opposition. So.
Oh, they're horrible, aren't they? They're just far too fast. Oh, this member of the public, come on, capture the dice for us, person. Do you know who it was that called us?
I think it was Double D's illiterate half-twin sister.
Ah, that makes sense.
You know, the one with only one eye.
Yes.
Who puts an eye patch over it. I don't want to besmirch it too much, because obviously it's good to have some footage rather than none, but...
Absolutely, we're just glad this game was recorded. I mean, it would have been a shame to miss it.
And we can still see rats getting punched in the face. Not many Orcs are going to... I mean, even that attempted blitz didn't go very well, did it? Let's be honest.
I know. Now, at this point, do you think that the Orcs are going to be more or less successful than I was? I had one Skaven player left on the pitch after I'd finished playing last time. So...
Well, that Orc there wasn't very successful. It had a bit of a skull. And here we go. And the rats...
They've broken through.
That didn't take long at all. So the Orc goes and knocks himself over, which is always going to be the main downfall. And that's allowed the rats to go pouring through. Now, the only problem is, if the Skaven score too fast, fungus is going to be off the pitch very quickly.
Yes, unless they've actually picked up a bribe. I mean, given how few players they had, they probably had quite a substantial amount of inducements to use.
I'm surprised they haven't got 17 wizards and 14 apothecaries, because they might need the apothecaries.
They might well.
Oh, that's a shame.
Fungus
nothing worse than seeing fungus only pushing people around rather than crushing people's skulls in.
Indeed. I mean, I noticed, unlike your conventional bog standard ball and chain, fungus has a movement of 4.
Yes.
So that's one extra smash.
It's also one extra chance to go and pulverise accidentally someone from your own side as well. I mean, fungus doesn't care because he's going to get paid, you know, win, lose or draw. So all he cares about is flinging the ball around.
He does.
Which is a lot of what Double D likes doing as well. But now, to be fair, these rats, I mean, obviously there's less punching and more running, which is probably for the best. They're trying to get out of the icy cold grasp of the orcs, but they're going to have a bit of a crack now. And those gutter runners might be getting a bit of a pasting.
They might well do. I mean, at least oh, we've got the first injury. It's a KO. And so it starts.
And yeah, the Serbians have said the Skaven who are already numbers light, should we say? I mean, they do have one reserve, which they're probably going to be using. But yeah, I think they're going to be down to their imaginary friends again at some point.
I'd quite like to know how many extra players they've had to bring in today. I can't remember how many I left injured. It was such a mess of fur and blood. It was hard to count them.
Yeah, and I say that the gut runner's already got gimped in down strength 1. Taking a punch to the face wasn't the best.
Now, of course, they do have a gutter runner with strength 3.
Ooh.
And I mean
that's just taking a mick, isn't it?
It is, really, isn't it? But you know, it makes them a really, really tough little player.
Yeah, I mean, a gut runner taking blocks always going to go and help their longevity, but a gut runner of strength 3 is going to make a lot of blitzers, especially in another team, think twice. God, the Skaven are definitely ganging up, which is what they've got to do, but they're kind of ganging up on the wrong player.
Do we think Fungus is going to attempt to go after those 2 orcs with the risk of hitting the Skaven in between?
I think he's going to have to go sideways towards that sort of clump on just to his right, or as our left as we screen see, isn't it?
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, the gutter runner's making their way to the end.
And already he's pretty much out of reach of the chasing orcs.
Yeah, I think they would like to take that lineman down, and then they would have been... Oh, that's a nice move. That stops them from being able to easily reach the gutter runner. Good job. And here goes Fungus.
There he goes.
He's getting nowhere close to anyone.
Is he going to... Oh, he's actually hit someone. Oh, no, it's not. It's someone else. No. Fungus did a merry dance. Oh, hello.
Oh, we've got a matching KO, so the Orcs have actually lost a player. That was actually quite a surprise.
Didn't really compute for a second then. So. Of course, the other rats are trying to run down the pitch, to go and support the ball carrier, but also to go and get out of the way of the ball, so a bit like that.
I suppose for the spectators, we should explain why we've been absolutely determined to get this footage, and it's because we are playing these 2 teams next. You've got the Skavens, I believe, and I've got these Orcs.
I do. And yeah, I mean, and I'm quite happy to see that. Plenty. I want more of that.
Was that a loss of strength as well?
I think so. I mean, these Orcs, to be honest, I'm a firm believer that even if they're injured, they should stay on the pitch. They're going to get trampled on a little bit more.
Exactly. I mean, what does it matter if you leave with a bit of blood? I think it might make the opposition slip over.
And also, I mean, he's got a broken collarbone. I mean, he's still got feet, isn't he? He can still run.
Yeah, absolutely. Worse.
Well, the Orcs... Oh, hello.
Tripped over by a ball and chain.
Try to dodge away from Fungus, because that makes sense. Because you don't want to be anywhere near him, but... And that's not going to help you get a gutter runner down.
No. I mean, their dodge skill is so useful at keeping them up on their feet.
Yeah.
Poor old Fungus, he's not going to really get a chance to hit anyone here, I don't think.
They've definitely cleared the lane, and
first touchdown.
Not messing around. No one's going to leave anything chance getting the 1-up.
Now you notice, I suspect our viewers are going to think we've actually stolen this from the usual Covel TV footage, given that the commentators are saying things themselves.
I mean, those hacks. Who the hell would actually go and listen to Crowd Vision anymore? I mean,
exactly.
Bob and Jim, they've had their time, you know. Obviously, hopefully, I know they won't listen to this recording, otherwise they'll be after us again. we just managed to clear the last vendetta, so.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. He's been sent off. Oh,
His name was Fez.
It wasn't Fungus.
Fez staff there. I mean, that's. Do you reckon that's Fungus's half brother?
I think
They're
it
like
must be.
Double D's half twin sister, or it could be the same person just in a wig.
Okay,
The
so
goblin
the poor old
outfit.
Skaven have now got one less super strong. I'm quite surprised he didn't take and argue the call with the ref, given the inducements that must have been available.
I'm not sure that's available, is it?
Yeah, it should be. Is that not something you take yourself, your goblins?
Oh God, no. I mean, I'm a firm believer in sticking to the rules, listening to the referee at all times, and
of course,
and following,
no secret
following their
weapons with
commands.
your goblins.
Oh gosh, no. I mean, I'm a purist. I mean, if your hands are for carrying the ball in. I mean, occasionally, someone, as my team goes out, they go and put a chainsaw on one of their hands, and it's just rude to say no.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if the fans had given one of your players a chainsaw to go out, it would be dishonourable not to take it.
It's like if someone came up to you and gave you a sandwich or a dead body. You would eat one and you'd attempt to reanimate the other. Now, sometimes I know when you're drunken fugue, you have tried to reanimate, a bacon club sandwich. But
yeah, they run away from you then when you're trying to eat them. It's not a good idea.
It was the lamb roll you did, which run below sheepskins. Well, the Orcs are trying to punch the what remains of the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
And now they're going to go and deal with the little cluster of Skaven in the middle. This is going to get messy, isn't it?
Have the Orcs forgotten there is a ball back there somewhere?
I think they forgot that first off, which is why the Skaven scored so quickly.
They have no interest in the ball. I mean, this is a true Orc team. The ball should be not just secondary but a tertiary objective. If you can't do a bit of pain, you shouldn't be playing as Orcs.
I think both greenskin teams in the tournament so far have adopted one very simple premise of try to maim as many people as opposition as possible. Now, was that... Oh, is he... I think he's going to give it another go. And he's managed it.
That was a bit of luck.
And if you think that one Orc is... if that's the gutter run, he's probably got the same strength as those two gutter runs combined. So. Problem is that the Skaven now are probably going to score. You realise it, don't you?
Well, this is it. All they need to do is get down there. Oh, that's the strength 3 gutter run I was telling you about, and he's taken down the Orc.
These gutter runners now to go and do their thing, to run round and try and tag up the ball carrier, I would imagine.
This is it. They're all heading down towards him, I assume.
And the Skaven love train is in full effect.
Okay, that's the Skaven who's run off the edge of our screen, so I can only guess he's getting nearer to the ball carrier.
Either that or he slipped into a temporal vortex and
okay, yeah. Is that something that the wizards can now do?
Well, it's one of the options, but it's kind of a bit like the McMurty Burger's hidden menu. You have to ask for it specifically.
I've got you. Oh, there goes another.
There's 2 of them gone now. So, do you reckon they turn into gene stealers? Or...
could you imagine a team with some? That would be terrifying.
Oh, can't effects as well. Big guy.
Yeah.
Oh dear, that's another Skaven who's taking another blow to the head. These Orcs are now thinking, do you know what? It might be time to try and score. But not too quickly, because otherwise the Skaven will go and get another 5 time.
I would imagine they'll bring that one blocker back to reinforce the ball carrier a little bit, although they're a little bit open with all... here we go, that's a good move.
Yep. Although, perhaps it would have been worth, like you say, punching often a bit of a screen in there in case the unthinkable happened and you got double skulls, but... Who are we?
Well, exactly. Always take your moves first, but don't have any risk.
Exactly, and especially when you're against tricky little Skaven that if Knuckle decides that today is not your day, you want a bit of cover. This is always a good sight, especially seeing playing Skaven next. Orcs about to go and kick the crap out of Skaven.
I don't really want to play these Orcs. They're just too damn tough. I mean, I had such a harsh game against those slimming Khemri. Oh, double skull, and then
double skull.
That's not what they wanted. The poor Skaven.
Oh dear. Yeah, I mean, the Khemri kind of weren't very nice to you, were they?
Yeah, it's that stupid player that used to be a certain Chaos player when he was alive. Just could not pick up the ball. I think I'd forgotten to reanimate his hands.
I mean, I think it was about 6 attempts for the rerolls, wasn't it?
Oh, don't joke. I think it was 6 or 7. It was just getting ludicrous.
I mean, if there's a worse skills competition, then you definitely won it. So. And to be fair, I mean, as much as you're dreading playing the Orcs next time, the Skaven are not really high on my list of teams I want to play next, given their mobility and the Goblins' lack of it.
You could do with the Orcs taking most of them out during this match to help you, really.
I could do with the Orcs killing all of them, because then they end up with line rats, or at least gimping the gut runners to get some MNGs going on. So.
I mean, so far they've only succeeded in one injury. This isn't play or play.
But again, one's better than none.
Oh, yeah, can't argue with that.
I mean, and bear in mind that I went to many schools to learn that.
No, of course.
And I was just going to be worried that Orc had kind of buggered off and not actually gone back to tag up the remaining rats, but
they did.
He remembered to punch and return. So
here comes that strength 3 gutter runner again. They really need block skill on that one.
Yeah,
it's amazing how that one player is holding the team together.
Exactly, especially with an AV of 7, that's a disaster waiting to happen at some point.
I'm not certain the Orcs have got time to score here unless they hand the ball off to someone.
I think the Orcs might. I think it's a thrower that's got it. They will need an open player though, and that's the one thing they do not possess at the moment. You have got 2 Orcs on the sideline, on the right-hand side, which could probably go and make a bit of a gap. But like you say, they are relying on a throw and probably over the rat as well, who could probably try and nick it.
They may have not realised how many turns have actually gone through. I think they're still playing Orcs. As though there's an extra. That all they think about is the next punch.
See, they're not like me. I can count up to 1. These Orcs can barely count up to 0. In fact, they don't even know what numbers are. That's another KO'd rat. So.
Yep.
I mean, he was really due with some broken. Come on, kill him.
Now, of course, Cece has had 2 of her blitzers pick up the mighty blow skill, so you know that really does help with the injury count.
That's just double Marmite on your Marmite sandwich, isn't it?
Yep. Has to be done.
It's right if you like Marmite, but yeah, I think you're right. The Orcs will have 1 turn after this to try and score, so provided they can go make. You know,
they can start picking up someone. I mean, hold on. Now we've got. Oh no!
Oh, that's not going to help. Oh, yeah, like I say, they're
We do have an open blitzer now who has just enough speed to get in there if they can get the ball off. I think 2 sprints is that?
It will be 2. And
now they're marked.
And I think he's about to get punched in the face now anyway. So.
I think they are going to get
Oh,
punched.
hello.
And down they go.
Probably break a leg or something. Oh, he's still fine. And goes down the tag rack as well.
Yeah.
These rats, it's almost like they know it. It's almost like they know what they're doing. Oh, hello.
Oh, well played. Yeah, nice manoeuvre. I don't now think the Orcs have got anything fast enough to get into that end zone with the ball.
No.
That's such a shame. One more turn and they... Oh, werewolves. Yelling, not sure what's going on.
Oh, he's back. It's not even midnight.
Oh, I know. When it's full moon, though, it's even worse. I mean, you should have seen it a couple of days ago. It wasn't good.
Have you been stuffing snotlings into your undergarments again?
you would think so, wouldn't you?
Because I mean, the werewolf around your parts goes crazy for those snotlings. Now, I'd say the Orcs have been focused a bit too... And again, you've got to commend them, sticking to their game plan, punching the crap out of rats. They've also got to remember that you do need to score touchdowns. When the rats will be getting the ball again in the second half.
On the other hand, when you've got 2 sides to a season, I mean, the Orcs' long-term game plan may be to actually maim the entire opposition of every team, and then when they take to the field next time, there won't be anyone left. They're passing backwards.
I think they realise that they're doing nothing.
Point. So. Yeah. And failed on that under count too. That was quite an interesting first half so far. Maybe the Skaven will get a little bit of revenge and take one of the Orcs down. Let's get the boot in there to someone or something.
If you arrange to rig this match or something, I mean, I'm not really sure how that's gonna happen otherwise. But let's go with that.
I would if I was them. At this point, I mean, you know, you could take that Black Orc blocker down, or who are they round? I can't see what's going on.
I mean, to be fair, if you as well, I suppose if you had one more player, you would think, do you know what? I want to go and stamp on that Black Orc until his eyes come out of his head. But they've obviously decided that they're going to go and focus on this poor orc over here. So
Well, it is one of the blitzers that has mighty blows. So if you can get rid of them, that's going to save you a lot of pain.
One of the orcs is so damn tough that breaking their armour is a job itself. So.
Makes it the only team have higher armour.
Yep. Half time, the cheesemongers are one up.
Oh, that orc still hasn't woken.
This is going to be the tail of the second half. Oh, they've got one of their gut runners back. There's still 3 players down there.
Yep. Well, I think just 2 down, isn't it, in total?
Oh, of course, they had 1 reserve.
Yeah, they did. Yep.
It does look a little sparse, though, doesn't it?
It really does.
I know.
I mean, part of it's the size of those orcs. You just look at them, and it strikes terror into you, especially if you're a team like Skaven.
And especially Carly's their CC tactics this season have been very much to go and stock up on the line of scrimmage and just pulverise the opposition, which will work to a degree, but the problem is, as soon as the Skaven make 1 hole and they don't need that bigger hole, they're going to be through. That's it, leave the gut run on the line of scrimmage. They can't hear me.
I don't think they will.
Because this happened in the past, I keep forgetting that happened.
Yeah, it's not one of our live recordings, so it's very difficult to know what's going on.
Otherwise, I could have, it would have been nice.
But
I would
you're
pay
right, though.
to go and see it.
Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, I would pay to see 3 gut runners on the line of scrimmage. It's a tactic which I think Nick should really have employed, Cravens and Nurgle, because okay, you may lose a few gut runners, but then you'll be in better shape facing the goblins.
Well, I mean, against your team, at least you are mostly strength 2, so it could be worth trying.
So against that Gimp's gutter runner, I'm actually on top. So.
Yes.
Well, the Skaven can move on as well.
A rare occurrence for your goblins to be stronger than an enemy player.
And they're going to make the most of it.
Oh yeah, that poor gutter runner's in big trouble if they survive this match, of course.
And also, I'm hopeful that someone from the crowd, passes me another chainsaw, some bombs or something, because,
You lost your chainsaw, didn't you? He was injured, as I understand it.
He was injured, but keen to go and keep up with my sponsors' demands, because I'm sponsored by Black & Decker. We went out and hired another one straight away.
Oh, good move.
Oh, cheeky.
Oh, very nice. Look at that break.
Tinker.
What a move.
This is what I mean. You literally, you give them a tiny little blink, and someone takes a little wink, and then they think they're in. I mean, what orc could reach them now?
Just the thrower, but he's now marked. I just, what a move. I mean, Chosen Nurgle, great coach. Oh, wow.
and CC must be there thinking, do you know what, I've got all the holes
How did
stopped
that happen?
up. There's no way any rat can squeeze through here.
And there they go, sort of thing.
That's the problem with rats. You do need to go and keep players back of screen, especially if you're not the fastest. You need screens.
I think all the orcs have got to do, they've got to maim as many of these damn little rodents as they can, ready for their next drive.
I think that's all they can. And I'd say, just hope that they can go and get them down to perhaps barely above the minimum required for Bloodbowl, and then walk it in. So. But they will need to start turning some of these armour breaks into actual genuine injuries.
They will. I mean, it's amazing. Given how low armour the Skaven are, there's been very few armour breaks on them.
I was struggling. I don't think I've actually seen any storm vermin on the pitch, is there?
No, Chosen Nurgle still hasn't actually gone and hired any. And there's
so
no rat ogre either.
I was going to say, no storm vermin and no rat ogre.
It's a really unusual team.
But seemingly very effective. And that's an annoying thing. That's a really good thing about Skaven.
Indeed. Ooh, a 1 dice block and it worked. That was a bit of luck.
1 dice blocks were alright, especially if you've got some combat skills. I think it was a lineman, wasn't it?
Yeah,
also, a chance of punching them out.
Still no armour breaks.
No. I say this is going to be the only chance that they've got to go and beat the snot out some of these rats before they make it 2-0. Which is going to happen right about now. So, turn 2, second half. That was a move and a half though, wasn't it?
That was some brilliant coaching, wasn't it? I mean, the full use there of being able to take the 1 extra step, running as far as you can down the pitch, a couple of sprints, nobody could reach him.
And I think Chosen Nurgle played this Skaven really well this season. I remember the game against the Bretonians. The Bretonians were red hot favourites going into that game. But the way they just marshalled them and made sure they got players in the right position, and they just ran rings around them in the end. And I think the Orcs are in danger of the same happening here. So.
They have. I mean, the Bretonians are a funny team. They're either highly successful or they lose spectacularly. They're sort of like, that's just the two sides of their game this season, or this competition so far.
I think they've suffered the same fate as the Orcs here, which I think they're doing the same again. Is they're very intent on pushing everyone high up the pitch into the line of scrimmage, which is fine against slower teams. But when you've got the Skaven, which as you can see there, they just nip through. If you have no one back, you've got no cover whatsoever, and you're just asking to be scored against.
Indeed. Well, let's see what happens this time. I mean, with any luck, the Orcs are going to have a little bit more success at breaking through those rat zones. I'm surprised he hasn't got 3 in place to take them out.
Yes.
Did you not notice that there were only 2 on the line of scrim? Oh no! What? An opportunity to take out 3, and there's only 2 there to do it.
I literally exactly the same. I'd put 5 out line of scrimmage to go and push those rats around if you're only getting pushes, just to go and beat just the whiskers off their face.
Well, exactly. I mean, it's worth it. If you can get rid of them, it just makes it that much harder for them to actually do anything against you. Another great kick there by the Skaven, right near the touchline.
The gut runners can't run if they've got a broken face. You know what I mean? That's all I'm going to say.
I think they can with the broken faces. Is the broken legs.
Good luck when they try to go down. Yeah, that kick. Oh, hello. He's dead.
No. And he doesn't have an apothecary, does he?
No apothecary, so that one is dead.
Oh dear, well,
that's
one
a shame,
less
isn't it?
For you to fight them, isn't it?
I mean, RIP, etc. But and as you said, that kick was absolutely spectacular. The Orcs are going to waste 2 turns to pick the ball up. Oh, he's done it. To get the ball down the field again.
Yeah, moving one of the blitzers out to add a little bit of difficulty there. Oh dear, got another tripping.
I think we felt that from here. Oh dear. And the problem is the Skaven now can go and put some pressure on the ball if they wanted to. But I think actually on the other side of the pitch, so it's not going to be that easy. And the Orcs got a couple of screeners.
Which Skaven it was? I know it was one of the line members. Did they have any special skills? Were they just was it? Were they an actual player on his team? Was it somebody that was just in for this match?
I think they had a higher quotient of fleas.
He's injured himself by tripping. Oh.
Now there's nothing funnier than watching the gutter runner fall over.
Did you catch
especially
what the injury was? I missed it.
I think it was broken ego.
I think that sounds about right when you go and trip while trying to dodge on sprints.
I want to remain impartial, but I do hope it's the one with strength 3 and he's missing the next game. So that'd be lovely.
Indeed, or in fact, hopefully he's back down to strength 2. We'll have to try and find out what actually happened to him.
Yeah, I think we need to go and get some scrying crystal balls or something. Oh, hello. There's another rat in danger of
another injury.
Oh, there's another one.
What do we have this time? This next game, so you another one in against you. This is looking really good for your goblins at this point in time. I think you're going to have to send some sort of gift bag to all these Orcs.
Well, they're greenskins, so they're looking after their own. I mean, obviously they tend to sneer a lot more at the goblin coaches, but we laugh last because obviously we go and do things to them.
Your chainsaw can cut straight through their armour, whether or not they hit it.
And also as well, in the sake of the sake of impartiality, I want to always play against the opposition's best players. Because then it's far funnier when I hack them up or down or blow them up.
It was. I did feel very sorry for the Khemri when you played against them. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't the Khemri, it was the undead, wasn't it? That poor mummy. How many times did your chainsaw try and hack his leg off?
It was a fair few, and I don't know what they made the bandages out of, but their tensile strength was very impressive. There's a lot. There's not many rats around now, is there?
There's not. There really aren't.
These Orcs could actually score 2 if they're quick.
Oh, no, I would have pushed him straight towards the blitzer there to be able to get another block on him. I mean, I can understand, you know, bringing the box forward a little bit, but on the other hand, you had an opportunity there to kill a Skaven.
Yeah, if you pushed it into the other orc, then that other orc could have had a chance to go and punch the crap out of him again. So, so it's CC's first season of playing the orcs, and to be fair, she's done I'd say a decent job.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the tactic play has just improved no end.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I kind of wish I'd faced her first rather than halfway through the season when she's now got experience and know how to play these darn things.
I think I play her last or second to last. So yeah.
I've got the Pegasus Flyers in my final match.
Flip a coin, see what they're like and think. And that's another gutter runner that's failed a dodge twice.
Yes.
I mean, it's just a shame that his armour held up, because otherwise, you know...
Yeah, it could be another that took himself off the pitch.
Now, what do you make of these orcs trying to run it in? Bear in mind they need... do you think they should chance trying to pass it the next time round?
I don't know. I mean, I can understand why CC wants the thrower to get it in, because CC, you know, that thrower would get her a new star player skill, and...
you could also... try and take it to a blitzer, and the blitzers probably do more than the thrower.
The
thrower just basically turns into a glorified lineman.
I really would not like another blitzer with another mighty blow. There's enough there already, thank you very much.
Unless they've got mighty blow already, and they can get a different skill.
Well, yeah, tackle. That's always useful against people with dodge, like these gutter runners.
Silver bullet. Silver bullet would be quite useful.
I know. I'm already down one werewolf. I don't want to lose the second. The Khemri, they really had it in for that poor guy. I mean, Tasteless Slobber. He first of all got killed, but thankfully regenerated, and then they went and seriously injured him. His armour has been like ruined.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's only a werewolf. It's not a real thing.
Only a werewolf. Yeah,
exactly. I mean,
you get attached to them; they become part of the family.
Yeah, but you say that, and then they start, chewing your favourite chair.
Before you know it, your coffee table's ruined. Your house smells a wee, and that's not from me.
It does, yeah. That wasn't when you came to visit them.
Okay, a little bit from me, but it's just because I was just getting so excited. I think CC is going to try a bit of a pass, you know.
That's risky with orcs. I wouldn't do that with a thrower who has... Oh, I can't see what's going on. What's happening? We've got a block. Yeah,
Punch.
the orc's out.
Punch in the face.
Oh, we have got a throw attempt. There's definitely a throw attempt.
Oh, it's a
no, it's a hand off.
Hand off.
Ooh.
That's not too bad. I mean, to be fair, they wouldn't have scored this turn anyway. So, they have scored this turn.
They have. Oh, well played, Susan. Yep. 2-1.
2-1.
At least it's better than a 2-0 loss. You know, she's still going to lose because you can't possibly score in that time because they haven't got a troll, they haven't got a goblin. I mean, it's always worth having them on an orc team just for that quick one-turn touchdown, or possibly have a goblin's head bitten off. It entertains the fans either way.
Look at how many injured and dead Skaven and sent off Skaven you got. If you go and put a couple of Brits in the line of scrimmage, push them down, hopefully pick the ball up. Try and beat. Yeah, you have to go and charge these rats now.
Yeah, there's only 7 left. Crikey.
Ooh. I mean, to be fair, if I had one ideal dream job right now, do you know what it would be?
Go on then, tell me.
Chairman of the Journeyman Line Rat Guild, because I'll be making a killing this season.
You would. You'd be raking it in with all the line rats.
I'll be going up and down every single Bloodbowl stadium in the country to all the no hope of saying, if you want to make a few quid, you come see me.
Now CC needs
I've got a horrible feeling.
If the Orcs get a blitz, then they could actually tie. Oh, it's cheering fans, that's a shame.
I mean, she's got an extra reroll. She might, that might come in handy, but again, it all depends where this ball's going to land. There it is on the other side where there's fewer rats, and then she can kind of try and charge them. And
yeah, it's only 2 turns left there. Are any of the Orcs fast enough to get there in just 2 turns?
In 2 turns, they could with some
blitzers could, couldn't they?
The problem is the Skaven could score.
They could get the ball, they could end up getting it straight down. In fact, look, we've now got an opening with the gutter runner there. I would imagine the Skaven are going to grab the ball, try and get it to that gutter runner, and run it as far down the pitch as they can. Here we go.
Here we go.
Simple handoff. Reroll needed for the handoff.
Well, it's lucky is the one that he's got from. Oh, they've got 4 rerolls. So.
There we go.
Oh no!
Now,
Yep.
They could have done with these rerolls though for sprints. If they go for it now, they might fall. Are they going to risk a second one?
Oh no, it's someone else. That's fine.
He's injured. He's injured, tripping away.
Oh, badly hurt. No long-term effect, but yeah.
No. Look how few Skaven are left. This is. I feel for him. For Chosen and Nurgle. I mean, his team have been pulled apart again for a second match.
But then you look at where they are on the league table, and it's and I'd say I'm amazed they've got no Storm Vermin. Storm Vermin to me are one of the underrated heroes of Bloodbowl.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh no, they're knocked out. Yeah, those Storm Vermin. I mean, they come with block. They've got higher armor.
Chance to get mutations quite quickly as well. Oh, now this needs to be. Oh dear, this needs to be.
Oh, it's a push. I think we're going to have a 3-1 win here by the Skaven.
I think we are. Again, props to the Skaven. They've taken their chances. I mean, you think you've got a decent defence against them, but they just need one running lane and they're away.
They are. Now, of course, the Orcs are still going to have one more turn to get a few more maimings in on that last turn. I mean, you can't beat the odd sort of like head knocked off in the very final turn of a match. So it doesn't matter if the Skaven get a 3rd touchdown, just as long as the Orcs make the most of getting them back at the end.
Yeah, you literally have to go and put as many Orcs around those 3 on the line of scrimmage and just pummel them until they don't exist anymore.
Well played again.
3-1.
Has the Titch got all of the touchdowns today? I was just trying to think which of the gut runners has done it.
They all look the same to me. So, you know, it's best we don't dwell on it too much. I mean, that's a lot of dead and injured.
It really is. Now I would imagine that Chosen and Nurgle will just put 3 on the line of scrimmage and whack the others as far down the pitch as he can.
I would put them in the end zone, especially the gutter runners. You don't want them anywhere near even the chance, the sniff of one of the Orcs going to come rushing.
Let's hope CC goes and lines up and actually pushes them correctly to get as many blocks as possible to ensure these go down.
That's it.
I mean, that's a tactical thing as well, isn't it? It's knowing which one to push, which one to block with first, so that you can ensure that if they don't go down, you get a second block. She's got a reroll.
Yep.
So, you know, good opportunity here for at least one or more of those to be maimed by the end of the match.
And also, end of the game, there's nothing wrong with one who again stamp on the rat skull if they're down on the pitch. I mean, it's only fair.
I did hear. Was it you and Double D that were yelling at me that I should have actually gone and fouled that poor last Skaven in my match against Chosen of Nurgle?
It may not have been me, but it was probably me just shouting at you from somewhere to do it. So.
Yeah, I'm sure it was something. It was, yeah. I mean, they were bloodthirsty commentators, that was.
Double D is known for it. I mean, apart from dodging, which is obviously his favourite thing, the second favourite thing is fouling.
Oh, yeah,
he's a
dirty player, seriously dirty player.
I mean, to be fair, if he could dodge foul, if that could be a skill, then he'd pretty much give that to all of his players.
I think he would. Now, none of them are injured. Do you think we're going to see a foul, or are we? No, it looks like we're going to have an attempt at a 1 point star player point here for the thrower.
Try and win some star player points. I take it. Yeah, me should.
Oh,
go on, catch it.
Oh, get it! Come on, give him those points. He's got it.
He does.
He's got the extra point. Very nice. Well, there goes the game. Now, as I've been led to, just been told that unfortunately they forgot to record much in the post-match sequence, so we're not going to have many opportunities here.
If you think, I mean, 2 players who both got MVP, I think they've got enough for level looking at that. So.
God, look at Takar. I mean, that Orc is getting close to another upgrade for that Blitzer.
And looking at Blazin Squigskins, 18 armor breaks, Bloody-maw Cravens, 1.
Oh, I know. I think the Blazin Squigskins have done you a massive favour, and unfortunately I think the Bloody-maw Cravens have seriously boosted that Orc team, so that when I play them, I imagine there's going to be a whole load of new star players.
That's fine. I'm just going to go and load up on the bombs, sharpen his chainsaw teeth, and make sure and grease the balling chain.
Oh no, good luck against them. I mean, I don't think you're going to have many Skaven turn up, to be fair. They're looking like that.
And if you ask questions about a suspicious-looking councillor of the Line Rat Academy, then it may look
The one
someone
who
like me.
looks, yeah, it's just your twin.
Exactly. I mean, I'm not giving you any percentage of the cut for that. So
No, that's fair enough. But yeah, any advice you can give me to play these Orcs? I mean, they're quite a tough, bashing-looking team, and my undead aren't in the best of position.
they're not. So you only got one werewolf.
I do.
But again, I think it's make a hole, corner them off, and then try and chuck
Try
your
and
werewolf.
survive as long as I can.
If your werewolf finds a hole, the Orcs ain't going to catch him, are they?
They're not, indeed.
Provided he's not dead.
But thank you for commentating for us. That was a good game, and I'm really looking forward to playing our next matches against these guys.
I'm not. I mean, I am. I can't wait to go and have Nick score. I think Nick annihilated me in the last tournament as well. So
I'll tell you what. I'll commentate the
time.
match that you and Chosen and Nurgle are playing, and you can commentate the one that CC's playing against me.
Done
Then we
done.
can laugh at each other in the way that our teams get utterly trounced by whatever we're up against.
That's a deal.
Right. Anyway, we better sign off. So yeah, I hope to see you all on the pitch in the future matches, everyone, and thanks for listening to us.
Toodles.